Yeah, you should be upset. You should call for a timeout and you should say, "What the heck is going on?" Spending your precious days for someone else's dreams, missing out on living your best life. I know you have this lurking feeling, and it's a sad truth that most people approach life all wrong. But fortunately, adjusting your approach to life to optimize for your own happiness only requires a mindset shift that can be brought about through a handful of actions. And we're going to get right into them in this video. Here are 5 actions we can focus on to correct how we are approaching life. They are: 1. Get curious and question things. 2. Connect with your core values. 3. Shape your vision. 4. Pack your ideal week. And 5. Identify daily habits. Let's dive in. Action number 1. Get curious and question what makes a real good life. Here's a relevant quote from the author Audre Lorde. "If I didn't define myself for myself, I would be crunched into other people's fantasies for me and eaten alive." Active shaping of your own life path means to question what has been set for you by external forces. This requires forming a muscle of taking a step back and being curious, asking yourself if your current life path is right for you. It won't be easy at first, because we are coded from birth, and sometimes this coding leads us astray. And to break out of that coding requires a good system of being curious and questioning to get down to the first principles for you. Now, an important distinction here is that we need to be honestly and sincerely looking for your own truth. Asking questions and refuting for the sake of it and without any specific goal is going to lead you even further astray and is a waste of your time. And you need to be able to take in good external input. Good guidance and information are very important inputs to determine what is true for you. So it's very important to not misunderstand. This is not a call for absolute rebellion. It is a call for the search for truth, which requires a healthy, curious mind. What you should be asking and what you should be building will become more clear as we go through the video. But first, just know that you need to build up your curiosity, and do not just assume the pressures on you are best for you. The hope here is that you will be able to form your own path within your circumstances, and this will lead to a real good life, defined by you. And with this, we now move forward. To identify the truth for you, the next action helps set the foundation. Action number 2, connect with your core values. Here's a fitting quote from the motivational speaker Tony Robbins. "Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible, but those goals must align with your core values to provide true fulfillment." Getting crystal clear on your core values and highest principles provides an internal compass to guide decisions and evaluate how you spend your time. Your core values are soul-level guides, revealing what makes you truly happy. They emerge from peak experiences where you feel lit up, fully self-expressed, and wildly alive. Examples of values include creativity, community, authenticity, adventure, service, and freedom. But the exact words matter less than the feelings and states they evoke in you specifically. Here's a simple 3-step process to get clearer on core values as your North Star. Make a list of 3 peak life experiences where you felt positive, energized, and fully alive. An example of a peak life experience for me was when I taught a college class on authentic communication. Now, next to each, write the core values that were present for you then. Again, dig into the essence behind words like passion, connection, etc., and define what they mean to you. Core values that were present in my peak experience example are educating, empowering, improving others' lives, having a valuable expertise. For your top 3 core values, write how you would know these states are active in your day-to-day life. What feelings, emotions, and behaviors emerge that are most aligned with those core values. Get specific. How I would know a core value was present would be, I have an audience that is wanting to receive my guidance. I am continuing to grow my expertise and value that I can offer to others. I feel helpful. I feel compassion and humility. This helps shape these core values for you and gives them more color. The more detailed and clear these core values are, the better that you can acknowledge them when they are needed. When aligned to chosen values rather than external expectations, you gain energy and direction to pursue an inspired existence beyond the status quo. Action number 3, craft your unique life vision. Here's a fantastic quote from author Viktor Frankl. What man actually needs is not a tensionless state, but rather the striving and struggling for a worthwhile goal, a freely chosen task. And man here is of course referring to any human, and could apply to any living thing, really. The next step is taking the core values you unpacked and envisioning what future state they would lead to. A future state where you consider your life one that was very well lived, one that was purpose-driven and true to you. This envisioning work helps override fears and uncertainty about whether this different way of life is realistic or sustainable. You begin to make it concrete by drawing out your destination. Having a North Star to anchor to means you can always do an audit of how far you are and if you are moving in the right direction. Here's a simple yet powerful exercise to get started on developing a unique life vision. It's called a vision map. Do this on a table or on a wall. Use sticky notes to post up ideas of an ideal life. Start with one sticky note in the middle that says, "My ideal life." Then, post sticky notes of characteristics of your vision life that you would like to strive for. You'll notice there are common topics emerging, and you can consolidate those stickies into groups. You then can look at the map frequently and reflect and add and adjust as you see fit. This becomes a living vision map that you will fine-tune over time, and working with it will make sure that it becomes a part of your psyche and subconscious, which is quite powerful at moving you towards the goal. What thoughts emerged for you from thinking about the exercise? Do you know of any additional prompts and exercises that have been useful in shaping your life vision? Please share them in the comments below. It'll help out the entire community. Following the visioning work, the next action helps to bring the macro of vision down to the micro of your daily habits and actions. It brings this life direction change down to your precious hours and minutes. Action number 4, pack your ideal week. The poet Carl Sandburg shares an enlightening thought through this quote. Time is the coin of life. It is the only coin you have, and only you can determine how it will be spent. Be careful lest you let other people spend it for you. Grab a blank weekly calendar and map out your ideal week, incorporating the core values and vision uncovered in our earlier points. The only rule is that it has to be realistic based on your situation now. What would perfectly balancing obligations and self-care look like? How much time for creative outlet versus household duties? What small pleasures like baths or morning walks can replenish you versus serving others? How will you honor relationships while also establishing boundaries around your evolving needs? Again, get detailed in plotting out an ideal week where all areas of your life feel nurtured versus neglected. Where's the squeeze and stress? Where do you feel deprived? How can you inject more small acts of alignment every single day? This is something you can also place as sticky notes on a wall, possibly next to your vision map. This way you can see it, assess it, edit it frequently, and it gets absorbed into your mind. This creates a workable construct of an ideal week that you can strive for today. And with this clarity, you can now take on the next action to make incremental shifts to progress towards your chosen life direction. Action number 5, identify daily habits. And here's a quote from author Stephen Covey to kick it off. You'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. Now that we have our foundation in our core values and we have our North Star in our vision, that basically means we know where we stand now and where we want to be. Well then, according to Stephen Covey, and I believe this to be the truth, what will get us to our desired state are intentionally placed daily habits that drive us in the direction towards our North Star. We know that if we don't set any systems in place, any driving forces of our own, then life will naturally suck us back into the pull of the masses, and we will mostly live an extrinsically motivated life. That's the exact thing we are trying to break out from. These daily habits are what will keep us in check, as long as we are smart about which ones we commit to and balance the amount that we take on so the plan is sustainable and we don't quit. And because we mapped out our ideal week, we can place these intentional daily habits onto that view of the week and see where things can be slotted in and adjusted. You are making practical steps towards something very actionable. If your vision consists of a certain state of physical fitness, then your daily habits should include some form of exercise and healthy diets. If you envision having a portfolio of rental properties, then your daily habits should include saving money and attending real estate professional gatherings. I think you get the picture. This is where you get very tactical, since you've already laid out the broad strokes of your unique life plan. Yeah, you may have been fooled for a long time in life, but good thing is, it's never, ever too late to take control of your life. And taking control does not mean that you need to change everything. You've done great things to get where you are now. Let's build on all of that and get you just feeling that much better about things. That's what we're all about at Feel Real Good, right? And I'm sure that you all have some valuable tips, thoughts, questions to share as well. And if so, please leave a comment. Your comments are important for this community to grow. And if you'd like to get some additional tips on powerful daily habits, check out this video here.